Hello, everyone, and good morning. Welcome to our live feed update for September 5th. I'm your host, Taran Armstrong, and I'm here today to update you on everything that happened yesterday on the Big Brother 27 live feeds. It was day 59 in the house, and this is going to be pretty quick because there's an update that we can give you, but there's not a whole lot to talk about. But with me to talk about what there is to talk about, it's Pooya. How you doing, Pooya?
Doing good, Taran. We pay the invoices of the fun we have the week prior sometimes. Last week we had such a fun time that, people were calling for your name to get an Oscar. So this week we are magicians because we're going to disappear very quickly.
Yes. Long story short, the feeds are still down from last night. There is no update from the eviction. So we've got nothing for you. There have been some hints as to what may or may not be happening. So we will talk about those. Unfortunately, there's really not even much to explain from before the eviction itself, because there really wasn't much going on there either. We did talk to Mickey just now, so you can watch that. She's been doing the rounds, of course. Some very interesting interviews.
Interesting is the word to use. Yes.
Yeah. But basically, we saw what we saw. Mickey lost the Blockbuster, which meant that Vince stayed, and he won the Blockbuster himself. He casts a weird vote. We still don't know what's up with that. And Mickey was evicted, very blindsided, and the feeds went down. We were told by the mastermind that the locusts is going to happen. We're going to get some locusts, and the who knows what that means. And that's all that the show told us. However, Sharon Tharp has been on these BB streets tweeting out some hints of things. In particular, she tweeted out a photo of Reindeer Games. In particular, it seems as though people are saying this is the Reindeer Games spot when they did the safety chain-esque thing.
Was that the hamster wheel, Taran? Do I have that correct?
The hamster wheel, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, we'll see what that means. That was one of many hints, which also shout out to Sharon Tharp, because if not for her, I would have cracked a Red Bull and been way awake way too long. So she really saved me last night. And I want her to know that.
So basically, if you did not watch Reindeer Games, how what she tweeted out works is that they played a hamster wheel puzzle where they had to physically move like a hamster wheel to get a ball to move around a little maze. And how it worked is that somebody sort of started the chain by choosing somebody to compete in the hamster wheel, and that person had a set amount of time to complete the wheel. Then if you lose, if you do not complete the maze in time, you were eliminated from Reindeer Games. You were gone completely. So you do it, you have the most amount of time if you're the first one, then you choose the next person to compete, and they have slightly less time than you did to compete. And so then they do it. They choose the next person. That person has slightly less time again. And it's this kind of balance between, do you want to go at all? When do you want to go? If you wait too long and there's not, everybody's doing it, then you have this shortest amount of time to be able to do it. I doubt that it's like going to play out exactly like it did in Reindeer Games, because it would be pretty silly for somebody to just be eliminated for not completing a competition. But something along these lines of like, maybe you become a nominee if you don't succeed, or, there's different ways they could sort of adapt this into Big Brother proper. But, and also, like, does that mean that that's what they did last night, or does that mean that they're going to be doing this, over the course of the week, maybe at the end of the week? We don't really know.
Yeah, I mean, we're going off breadcrumbs right now. There's not a lot out there for us to figure out. It's enough of an exciting thing for them, I think, that we're not seeing the aftermath at all right now either. I've seen mentioned that it's going to get like teased on the unlock tonight. So I think the number one question for me today, Taran, is when are we getting these feeds back? Because are they going to just wait till after unlocked? There's a world that happens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do believe Sharon said something about feeds coming
She
back
said
at some
tomorrow
point.
yesterday, but I don't know
Yeah,
if
I'm
she
trying to find the
elaborated.
exact tweet she made. She said something about tomorrow, I believe. Um, so I would assume that we can expect the feeds to be back up at some point today. And yeah, I not sure. She also said the HOH has started, and that was close
8
to
hours
1
ago?
a.m.
Yeah.
West Coast time, which certainly implies that maybe something happened before then. Like, why did they wait so long to do the HOH? What are they doing?
Do you think that there's a world where this hamster thing is literally like Reindeer Games, where someone does get eliminated, then we go into an HOH? Do you think that's possible?
I mean, I would hope not.
Same. Imagine like doing 50 days only to be ousted by a comp.
That would be
That would
so
suck.
stupid.
Yeah, that would suck. Especially because like so many other factors go into it, like the luck of the draw of who goes first and who picks you and where you end up in the order. Like it's so much nonsense.
Mhm.
Even
Like, yeah,
though,
like it kind of worked for Reindeer Games because it was a 4-day like
right,
competition.
yeah, yeah, even the like, and here's the thing, right? If that does happen and the feeds come on, and like let's say Kelly's gone, am I gonna be like, phew, Kelly's gone? Yes, but I still feel like it's kind of BS. Like let me get my Kelly eviction party on. It'll not be so quick.
Yeah,
That's
I
like
mean,
the good case scenario.
yeah, it's which is also why like we complain about the triple eviction and we're hoping that there's not another triple eviction. Because that was like the 1 week that would have been something in Big Brother All-Stars, where Danny just leaves in the middle of a triple eviction. We don't get any of the actual fallout. Another thing Sharon mentioned was that she said that the Blockbuster is not over.
It's not over, Taryn.
Which I would say again implies that somebody's not just being eliminated because there's still a blockbuster. So I would assume there's still some kind of blockbustery kind of thing to do. And then also that means, heading down to like 9 into 8, another blockbuster. Like, it's just seems like that would be the case. But the blockbuster continuing, honestly, I'm like, that also, I'm kind of like, well, really, like this late into the season, we're still doing Blockbuster, huh?
Well, we don't like being at final 8 and potentially nominating half the house. I feel like, Taryn, come on. We're on the wrong side of history here. No, it's absolutely ridiculous. Like this is okay. So last year we got a lot of unpredictable Thursdays that made for a very fun pre-jury. We knew they saw that. They said, we like that. You like that. Copy paste it this year. But it's very clear to us, and it has been for me at least, I won't speak for everybody, that like for me, it's played out. We don't need this to be a thing every season. And now that it's going into the jury phase, I'm like, we especially don't need it. This is like the equivalent of, oh, you said you really like that one meal, one snack. Now we're going to stock the house with it. Like that's all you're going to have to eat. And you're going to be miserable by the end of it. You don't want this anymore.
The problem, the end game is already so comp heavy in terms of the importance of competitions. To continue the Blockbuster down until it's mathematically not possible anymore just makes it even more about competitions. And that's also why like the hamster wheel of death, like I would hope is not pure like the only determining factor in an elimination. It's just like too much competitions at this point. Like it will be nearly impossible to evict somebody, especially with the kinds of competitions they tend to have in the end game. If like the strategy goes away at some point because you just have to nominate, like you're basically just everyone's nominated.
Yeah. So, I mean, we'll see. Didn't sound like we're supposed to enjoy what's going to happen today. So, sounds like we were told ahead of time. Just so you know, you're not going to love what's going to happen. So we'll see what level of not love are we going to have.
Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, I will say I've been predicting that this week will be the like end of the season for the last couple of weeks. And so the fact that there's this is usually when it happens. The feeds are down, something happened, a big twist is introduced, and then the season just kind of like from there. So we'll see. But that's really, I think, all of the information we have at this point.
Yeah, there's really not much else to do here. And I don't feel like we should, we're not going to squeeze much else out of what we've got. We have to just wait and see when they come back. Hopefully you have something to report Saturday morning. It would be a massive L if like tomorrow is the same as today. Hopefully that's not the case. But yeah, no, there's nothing else. There's really nothing else.
Well, make sure you check out the exit interview that Rob and I did with Mickey. We will be back next week on Friday at the normal time for the Big Brother live feed update. So no more exit interviews in the way that we're doing them because the jury has now hit. So stay tuned for that. We will be live on Friday at the regular time. And I'll, of course, be live tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern to update you on anything that does happen on the Big Brother 27 live feeds today. I would hope that by the time we get unlocked tonight, there's something for us in terms of like the feeds coming back, in terms of some kind of explanation, or at the very least hint of like what we are going to see. I'll be live on Twitch and YouTube watching tonight's Big Brother Unlocked episode, so stay tuned for that. And find my Patreon if you want to look at a show that has some good strategy in it, like Australian Survivor versus the World, Sari and Parvati and Tony. And of course, the book, Behind the Mirror. You can find it at taranarmstrong.com. I forgot to change my graphic. Look, Mickey's gone. So check all of that out. Pooya, what are you up to?
Well, I'll be live tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern after I'll be unlocked of it all for my weekly stream, so pull up for that. On all socials at Pooyaism. Now, I got a couple of new podcasts here. Traders Ireland is officially out. Week 1 is ready. Myself and Annabelle talked about it last night. That's already up on YouTube and in the Traders feed, so check that out. I'm going to be going back into editing The Pal right after this, so Pooya and Liana Lunch will be live later on today, so be on the lookout for that. And just have a good weekend, everybody, because sounds like we're going to be mad, but let's try not let it ruin our weekends. Fingers crossed.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you all so much for joining us here today, and I will see all of you next time.
This is RHAP. We know reality TV.